സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം. സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം.
Namaskaram.
Very good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Guruji.
Good morning.
Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah, audio is clear?
Very much clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start. Okay. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrtavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarabindayada Patranetra Ena Tvaya Bharata Tailapurnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetrekaparnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrtaduhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Mrtam Mahad Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jalagam Dharanilopala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam Gitartha Gandotkadam Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikadha Sambodhana Bodhidam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pangajam Kalimala Pradhamsina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripātamaham vande Paramanandamadhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marudastunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedais Sangapadakramopaniषदैर् gayanti yam samagaha Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino Yasyandam na vidussura suragana devaya tasmai namaha. Yeah. Good morning and namaskaram to all. You can keep the video on if anyone wants to keep the video on, no problem. Yeah. Okay. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the fourth chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogam. We finished up to the verse 18. So we'll continue. 18th verse, Karmanya Karmayah Pasyed Akarmani cha Karmayah Sabuddhiman Manushyeshu Sayukta Kritsna Karma Krit. We explained this in very detail in our last session. Karmani akarma yah pasyed. Who sees the karma or action in Brahman, and who sees all the actions that is happening in Brahman, or who see Brahman in all actions. That means the karma means the world, and Brahman is the same thing which appears as this world. So Brahman which appears as this world, who can see Brahman in all the appearances, all the names and forms. The names and forms are not true, but who can see Brahman in the names and forms, right? One who can see gold in ornaments, one who can see Brahman in all that you see or hear and smell and taste, etc. He is Saha Yuktaha, that Satyadarshi or that Jivan Muktaha. He Kritsna Karma Krit. That means in he feels all that is being done, or all the work, or all the action, or all the movement is happening in me. Right? The same like a dream. The dream example, when is awakened from the dream, he realizes that all that is seen in the dream, as all the objects of this dream, including the Swapna Purusha, one who is walking in the Swapna. Also, I myself, I am the one who is walking. I walked in the Swapnam and I met so many people. I was chased by the lion, etc. All that, whatever is being experienced, right, by that awakened person, he himself is all that has happened in the dream, including the Swapna Purusha. The same way, one who awakes from this, he's called a super waker by one Swamiji. So, super waker, he is the super waker. He sees himself as everything. He is Kritsana Karma Krit. Okay. So that we explained. Now we are ready for the 19th verse. यस्य सर्वे समारंभाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणां तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः. यस्य सर्वे समारंभाः, one whose actions are totally devoid of desire and motivations, right? That is, yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjidaha. Kama sankalpa varjidaha means one who's devoid of all the laukika phala sankalpa. Okay, who have absolutely no ichha in I want to get this or that. One who's yassa sarve samarambaha, all his actions, then Jnanagni dagdha karmanam. Jnanam. What is jnanam? Brahmanubhavam. One who has established in self, one who is established in self, right? One who knows that there is nothing other than Atma. Here, everything is Atma only. In that jnanam, right? In that jnana agni, in that fire of that jnanam, jnanagni dagdha karmanam, all that karma is burnt in that. All the karmas are burnt in that. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam tam, okay, that Jivan Muktan, he, Buddhaha, that person, Buddhaha Panditam Ahuhu. Okay, Buddhaha means the wise people, they call him as Panditaha. Panditaha means one who has Panda. Panda mean word meaning is Atmajnanam. Atmajnanam, Panda means Atmajnanam. One who has Atmajnanam, he is called Pandita. Earlier also in one of first starting set, Asochya Nanyashojatvam Prajnavadamsya Bhashase Gatasu Nagadasumsya Panditaha. Right? Correct? What is that verse? Nani Sojanti Panditaha. Right? So Panditaha means one who has this Atmajnanam, one who has this Panda, he is Panditaha. And who is Panditaha? Yasya sarve samarambaha. All the actions, all the movements. So, see, sannyasa does not mean no action, no physical action at all. Okay, sannyasa does not mean renouncement of physical actions. Sannyasa is not renouncement of physical actions. That physical actions means chesta. Chesta means that movement of hands, legs, etc. Not talking. Okay, so renouncing of this is not sannyasa. And then what is that? These actions. See, these actions, when whatever the actions being performed, these actions, he does not have any kama sankalpa. All his actions, he is not looking forward anything for himself. Okay, that is kama sankalpa varjidaha. Absolutely not at all. Phalecha is not there. It's not adamant of it. Complete devoid of all the desires. So one who does not have this, why he does not have, why he is not interested in any of this? Because he knows very clearly that whatever the products of this karma, okay, the products of any karma, whatever be the result of it, is not going to give me happiness. Whereas what is Atma Anubhavam? Atma Anubhavam is one who is established in Atma, one who knows that there is nothing other than Atma. All the karma and its products are like a dream. It is the dream only. It has got absolutely no existence. Absolutely no existence. So, what does that mean? It means that a moment has passed. A moment, once it is past, that is gone. That is like a dream. Okay, so it is like this. Suppose you are watching a movie. Watching a movie means, see, what is it with the five sense organ? It is like a picture, right? A movie. How is a movie? It is continuously, so one frame after the other, right? So when the movie is, it's one frame after the other. If you remember the projector sort of thing, it is continuously, the films are moving at a particular speed, and then we see the films moving At a particular speed, we think that the hand is moving, the person is moving, etc. But actually, it is a stills, is it not? It's the you must have seen. Have you seen the reel? In my childhood, I have seen the reels. We play with that, right? We put it in the thing, and then one after the other we roll, and then we see the films. So these are just one after the other, these films. But when it is moving at a continuous pace, or at a particular speed, more than I think 16 frames per second or something, then it appears as moving. So each moment is like that. Here the difference is, it is not just one sense organ, but it's 5 sense organs. That's all. It's a 5D. You can call it as a 5D. So it's just with 5 sense organs. Each moment is still, and these stills are one after the other. It's called vritti. So this is moving one after the other, one after the other. It is moving. So it is appearing as if it is moving continuously, and then we give a story for that. I was born, and then this thing I did, I went to school, I went to college, all that. It is like a movie. It is there. It is just a movie. So it is all stills, because all the sense organ, we already discussed this. The sense organs, or the sense organs perceive something, right? And these are instruments. And with this, the instrument itself is not true, and the instruments is capturing something, and this is also a still. So this goes on, and it is just stills. So there is absolutely no reality in it, only that awareness. The awareness, in awareness this is happening. In awareness the stills are happening. So that awareness is the only truth. Only that awareness of this is the only truth. This does not have any reality in it. It is false. False means it is mithya. So all the names and forms is what we see, or what we sense, or what we experience. These are names and forms. But this can be intellectually understood, that this is Brahman, this is Atma. In this jnana agni, in this knowledge, what happens? All that is, see, suppose we see a dream, for example. In the dream, a flight got delayed. In the dream, flight got delayed to, say, the flight is to Australia. So the flight got delayed. When you are we really worried about the dream when the flight is delayed? Oh my God, my flight got delayed. My flight got delayed, and then we are going to arrive there. No, we are not at all bothered about that. And if it is arrives in time, do we jump with joy? No, because both are false. The flight arriving in time or the flight getting delayed, both are false. Both they do not have any existence, because we realize that it is a dream. The same way, this waking world, the waking things that is happening, every moment, as we explained earlier, is like a movie stills. It is not just still. This goes on and on. If the realization is not there, this realization will happen on the deathbed. On the deathbed, we realize that whatever we acquired, whatever the things that we think it is ours, will appear there as a dream. Where is it gone? Where all that is gone? Where are the relations? Where is the money, the property? Everything is going to get lost now. I am going to die. This realization will happen. That time we will realize this is a dream, but it is already too late. Because why? Because we will be crying. If there are no tears, inside the mind will be boiling, and it will be burning. It will have that heaviness in us, that, oh, everything I am going to lose. I am going to lose the relations. I am going to lose all the property, money, etc. That time it will be clear that it is a dream. But by that time it's too late. But Shruti says that it is a dream. This world, the names and forms that appear, is not real. It has got absolutely no reality. Know this and then do whatever role we have. Perform the role as it is. Utilize it. Utilize the body for the benefit of others. I don't need anything because I am very clear that this does not have any permanent real existence. This is Jnanagni. In this Jnanagni, all the karmas are burnt. Every moment the karma is burnt. Every second that is burnt in the Jnanagni. Every second's movements is burnt in it. There is nothing. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it last it says, Kimaham sadhuna karavam, kimaham papama karavam iti. Oh, what all good things I did. What all bad things I did. All these thoughts will be there, right? Saya evam vidvanete atmanaggas prunute ubhe vaisha ete atmanaggas prunute ya evam veda ityupanishat, something like that. So in this Jnanagni, all the karmas are burnt. That means every moment's action is burnt in it, in this Jnanagni. So there is no doership at all. When this realization happens now, when we understand this point now, is it not true for all that ignorance, whatever we did, whatever we assume, we thought that we have done, the guilty feeling or the good things that we assumed that we did, a lot of annadanam we have done, a lot of charity we did, kimaham sadhunagar, what all good things I did, this is all, everything is false. Everything, all the karmas, the good, the bad, the punyam, the papam, everything is burnt in this Jnanagni. All karmas. For whom? One who has absolutely no desire at all. Even this person does not desire for moksha. That also is burnt. No, absolutely. No dependency on any of the objects, including this body and anything, everything. Let come what may. So, yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sangalpa varjitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha. So this is the rahasyam, secret of a jnani. So then again the thought will arise, then why are we doing karma? Actually, we are not doing karma on our own. It is the karma that we do, it's by force we are doing. We are forced to do this karma. We are forced, right? So this we have the desires to have this and that. Because of that only, that in that ignorance only, we are here with a body. That is the reason why we are here with a body. So what we have to do, know this principle, know this tattva jnanam, and when we do the karma, when the mind is getting affected, realize this, that there is the likes and dislikes are the reason for my disturbance of my mind. Knowing that my disturbance, the disturbance in my mind, it is because of the raga and dvesha. It is because of my likes and dislikes, that I want certain conditions to be favorable to me. I want certain conditions not to be unfavorable. Everything should assist me in pursuing my desires. This is the problem. Because of that, I am suffering. Know this and burn the raga and dvesha in this knowledge. That practice is karma yoga. We'll move to verse 20th. Tyaktva karma phala sangam nityatrupto nirashrayah karmanyabhipravrittopi naiva kinjit karoti saha. Karma phala sangam tyaktva. That is, one who has practiced and then that jnani is in Atmanubhavam. He is established, roosted in self, in his Atmanubhavam, right? Then in that karma phala sangam tyaktva, he has totally abandoned the attachment to the fruits of all the actions, right? Then nityatruptaha. Nityatruptaha means he is content. The contentment, triptaha, totally triptaha. I don't need anything. I am done. I am happy. I am content all the time. Nitya, all the time, anytime. Right? Nitya triptaha, nirashrayaha. Nirashrayaha. He does not depend on anything. No ashrayam. Neither on money, neither on children, nor on the wife or husband or the property or the body itself. Absolutely no ashrayam, no dependency on anything. Nirashrayaha. Then nityatrupto nirashrayaha. Karmani abhipravrittaha api. Even when he is moving around all the time with his whatever karma he is doing, whatever be his actions, right? Nitya, karmani abhipravrittaha api. Even when he is doing all the actions, all the karmas, saha kinchit na karodi eva. He is not doing anything. What does that mean? Even when he is doing all his actions, his bodily actions, any of these bodily actions, whenever he is doing all that, he is not doing anything, because he is absolutely no kartrutvam, no doership at all. Absolutely no doership. You will think, is it possible? It is possible. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is a perfect example. See, it's like this. The physical actions that we do, okay, and what we think about it, both are totally different, both are totally distinct. One example is see, you said something to a person, right? So he abused for some action. What some action we did, and then there is an abuse. Somebody abused you. When he abused you, how we take it, is it not in our control? It is in our antahkaranam. It is our mind which decides, which accepts it as an insult, or we can just remove that it is not an insult. It is possible. Any action that we do, when we get a reaction, it is our antahkaranam. Our mind can decide which way we want to take it. Another one. Suppose you are walking on the road. This is a perfect example. Suddenly you were pushed by someone. Okay, when you are pushed, then the person is suddenly falling on the roadside. So what action with what mindset you pushed him? You can push him with hurting him, right? Your mind can, the attitude towards that person may be that you want to push him with a mind of hurting him, or it can be to save him from a passing truck. Is it not? So it is possible to disconnect the physical actions from the mindset. See, suppose a person is doing a lot of good karmas, right? Maybe he's doing a lot of annadanam to the poor people, etc. He is spending a lot of money, and then he's doing a lot of annadanam, etc. When the people watch him, okay, when the others watch him, is there any way we can find out in what is his thoughts, in what mentality or what mind he has when he's doing this, performing this action? It is impossible for others to judge, is it not? It's very clear. He might be doing this with a notion of having a lot of punya and going to heavens, etc., or he might be in this condition: absolutely, I don't need anything, I am not doing this, I am not doing any karma here for any of my benefits, I don't need anything for my personal laukika phalam, I don't expect anything in this world or the other world, I just do it as a service to the people around me, is it not? So it depends on the individual's mindset with what we can. So it is possible to totally disconnect the physical action and how someone feels about it. It is possible. It is quite possible. Say a small child who is going towards the fire, okay, the small, toddler, the mother suddenly shouts with a uh, harsh voice. So is it to hurt the child? The mother is shouting? No. It is to get distracted from that, so that the child doesn't put his hand on the fire. So the action need not have any particular connection with what the person thinks. So it is possible to totally disown the doership. It is possible. So tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya trupto nirashrayah. Nitya truptaha. He is totally content. Ashrayam means any sort of dependence on all the worldly, any of the worldly objects, the money, the relations, or any objects. People take insurance also, medical insurance, etc. So all that is a sort of dependence. But a jnani is not bothered. Nitya tripto triptaha. He is tripti. Tripti is the sign of jivan mukti. Tripti is the sign of Jivan Mukti. Vidyaranya Swami says Tripti is the sign. It is a symbol of Jivan Mukti. If Jivan Mukta is there, he will be ever content. He is always content, and it is Santushtaha. Nitya Tripto Nirashrayaha. No dependence on any of the objects. See, that includes knowledge also. It depends, the dependency on the knowledge means, suppose somebody is depending on say for example, a person who listens to the Vedantic discourse every day morning 1 hour, or in the evening 1 hour, like that, okay, or every day he's listening to the discourse. So he goes, and then he goes inside, and then he's sitting, and then 1 hour he's listening to Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad Sravanam, all that he's, and whatever is told by that, during the time he is listening to this knowledge, his mind is calm and peaceful, etc. And then the moment Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna, the moment he hear, first thing he thinks, oh my God, where is my chappal? Is the chappal is still there? My slippers are still there. If anybody has robbed it, I had kept it in the this side. I should have kept it along with that. These thoughts. So what is this? Is that is during the time the person listens to the discourse, his mind is calm and quiet. As soon as the discussion is over, his mind is worried whether the bus will come or the taxi will not come, or my slip this thing where I have kept my umbrella. It is raining now. Suddenly it started raining. I don't know where I umbrella is there. Mind starts, worrying. All the worries of the home, worries of the office, or any sort of worries, it starts. So that means this is depending on the knowledge. One way of understanding it, in a simple way of understanding knowledge. And then this person needs all the time discourses, or some books is necessary. He need to read Vedantic books, or he need to listen to discourses, because during the time it is there. But when this is not available, his mind is running around. This is a dependence even on the knowledge. So the knowledge, with the knowledge, it should work on us. We should think. That is what my point. Where I am coming at is that whenever the discourses, when we hear, we have to think ourselves how this world is mithya, Jagan mithya. Right? All the acharyas have said, let it be Ramanujacharya or Madhvacharya or Shankaracharya, all of them said Jiva Brahma Aikyam. There is no confusion in that. So the world, the objects they are giving us, they will not give any sort of happiness. That is, everyone has told how the world is not real. Why it is said that the Jagat Mithya? We have to convince ourselves using this knowledge. When the intellect is intact, when the buddhi is intact, when the body is strong, when the mind and the intellect is strong, we should work, and we should constantly do this vicharam and convince ourselves that these objects are not going to give any happiness. They are names and forms. Only Bhagavan is there, only Atma is there, only Brahman is there, and everything is an appearance of Brahman. So when this dawns in, or when this becomes our natural state, then there will be no dependence even on this knowledge. That is the time Veda itself says, Vedaha Avedaha. So when it becomes natural, then there is no dependency on even the knowledge. We forget everything. We forget Bhagavad Gita, all verses we will forget. We will forget all Upanishads, we will forget. All other sadhanas, stotras, slokas, everything we will forget. Then our natural state is, even when the intellect is not there, right? Even at that time, we are in that state, that Aham Brahmasmi state. That is where totally not at all dependent. That is Nirashraya. Nirashraya should not be just taken as only objects of this world. It includes knowledge also, Vedas also. It includes this knowledge also. So in that Jnanagni, when it is burnt, by burning this karma as a sadhana, slowly it will become our true state. The doership is not there. The doership is only because of this ahankara, ego. Ego is what says I am doing it. And we should understand that the ego is also false. The ego is false. Ego is the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa means don't worry about the word Chidabhasa. It is the reflection of the Atma in the mind, which considers itself as I am doing with this body, I am this body, I am this mind, and I am doing all the actions. So this ego is false. Once this ego is realized as false, then the doership is gone. There is no more doership. Right? Tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya trupto nirashrayah karmanyabhipravrittopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. He is not doing anything. That means his doership is totally burnt. He does not have any doership and he does all karmas. Perfect example, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. We don't have to go anywhere. He, from the time his birth took place till the time he dropped his body, Bhagavan Krishna was full of action only. All full of action. And he was totally, you cannot even once, you can't see a drop of tear in his eyes. You take Srimad Bhagavatam full, you take, not even once. You just take what all things have happened in his life, Bhagavan Krishna's life. Not even once he cried. Because he is yogi. He is a yogi. Tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya trupto nirashrayah karmanyabhipravritto bi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Naiva kinchit karoti saha. See, to be a doership, to have a doership, there has to be three things. One who is performing action, okay, and the action and where he is doing this action. Suppose it is seeing, the seer, one person who is seeing, and the objects that he is seeing, and the action of seeing. So three things. This is called a triputi. This triputi is not there. How this triputi cannot be there? The only possibility of this triputi not there, there is only one, is only in a dream. You think about it. Unless and until it is a dream, there will be Dvaitam. Duality will be there. Advaitam is only possible when all things is happening in me, in Brahman and Aham Brahmasmi. This can happen only in a dream. So the dream is an example here. The same way, the Kartrutvam will be gone only when we have realized that this world is an appearance in Brahman, like the mirage water on a desert or a snake on a rope. So like that, it appears all this snake on a rope or mirage water, or you see the gold in ornaments. All these examples are given to realize this point, that this triputi is not there. There is no karyam and karanam. There is no cause and effect. There are no two things. If you think cause, Brahman is the cause and this world is the effect, then if there are two things, it is Dvaitam. So there is no two things as from this Brahman, this world is created and we have this Brahman and world. No, this world is an appearance and there are no two things. That which appears in Brahman as this world is Brahman. So the world, the names and forms that we see is Brahman, but the names and forms are not true. Only Brahman is true, like a dream. Then only the kartrutvam will go. Then only naiva kinjit karoti saha will be a state of a jivan mukta. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासंगं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः. Right? We'll move to the 21st verse. One second. Twenty-first. All these verses are the expressing about the glory of a jnani. You know, from 18th onwards till 22nd or 23rd, it's the glory of a jnani. How a jnani moves in this universe, in this world. How his state. 21st. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. Nirashihi yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. Nirashi, one who does not expect any blessings or anugraham from anyone. Nirashihi. Or you can say having no desires. No desires. Another meaning I read is one who does not expect any blessings from anyone. No kind of anugraham or like that, Sada Ishman Baba, like that, 100 years, may you live 100 years, or any, does not expect any assist. You become a CEO of a company, etc. So no blessings are expected. No, he does not expect any blessings of any sort. Nirashihi. Then Yata Chittatma, who has absolute mastery or control over all the sense and motor organs, all indriyas. Yata Chittatma. Full control of all the indriyas and mind. Yata Chittatma. Tyakta sarva parigraha. Sarva parigraha tyaktaha. Parigraha means one who does not take anything from anyone. One who does not take anything and keep it for himself. Doesn't take anything for himself. Tyakta sarva parigraha. Having no desires for blessings or anugraham. One who has mastered all sense organs and motor organs, etc. Mind. One who does not possess anything. Okay. Tyakta, that you can take. Tyakta sarva parigraha. Does not possess anything. Does not take anything and then keep it for himself. Does not possess anything. Does not have that that this is mine attitude is not there. Nothing is mine. Right? Tyakta sarva parigraha. Then shariram kevalam karma. This has got two different explanation. I will come back. Kurvan apnodi kilbisham. Kilbisham na apnodi. He does not perform any sin, or no sin happens to him, or no pollution. Okay, his mind does not get polluted, or his mind does not get disturbed. Then shariram kevalam karma. Shariram kevalam karma means one explanation is that, one commentary is, he does only that bare minimum to upkeep his body. Shariram kevalam karma. Okay, just he does whatever is just necessary to maintain his body. That is just bare minimum for whatever earning or whatever food, etc. That's all. So that is. But the another explanation which I very much like is that Shariram kevalam karma. His body does the karmas. Okay? His body, Shariram kevalam karma. This is another explanation from a Mahatma, which not one, many of the commentaries are there. Shariram kevalam karma. His body continues to function. His body does all the chesta or actions that is for the loka sangraham. Only for the benefit of others, his body moves around, but he is Atmanishtaha. Nothing for himself. Nirashihi. He does not have any desires. Absolutely, I don't want anything for myself. I don't possess anything. I don't keep anything for myself. Right? And Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. And he has got Yata Chittatma. He absolutely is mastery over all his sense organs and motor organs, etc. This only I will do, this only I will not do, and I will not I mean this sort of food, without this I will be unhappy, etc. Right? All that total, all indriyas, all his indriyas are totally mastery over it, naturally, not by force, naturally, with tattvajnanam. Right? One who has tattvajnanam and karma yogam, one he has established himself in self, he will have he is nirashihi, yata chittatma, tyakta sarva parigraha, and shariram kevalam karma. His body continues to function. See, again, the same thing. Objects. See the karma can be done with the organs and the object. Is it not? Any karma can be performed. Okay, think carefully. With the objects and the organs. That can function. With what attitude you have to perform, that is decided by that person. Right? That andhakaranam. The mind can see, suppose taking care of an old man. Okay, in a home, some old man is there to be taken care of. Taking care of means doing service to the old man, taking bath or all that, whatever to be done. How a nurse does and how a son can do. Right? So the action with the action between the motor organs and the object, that is the old man or father, so that can be done, but the mindset of that person can be different. A son can do with a lot of devotion, etc. The son can do without expecting this is my duty, he will do, or with a lot of grudge he can do. Right? He can do any sort of feeling is possible, but the action between that can be handled by the organs and the object, whereas the andhakaranam, the mind, can be decided by that person. Right? So this disconnection, the disconnection is what is expected of Vedanta. This disconnection, when the body is functioning as it should be for the benefit of others, my mind, when the body is functioning as it is supposed to do, whatever to be done for the benefit of others, my mind is in Brahman, Atmanishtaha. That is what. So, nirashir yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanna apnodi kilbisham. So the mind is always in Brahman only. All my karmas, right? All the karmas that I am doing is a service to God. Where is the God? Everywhere there is God only. There is nothing other than God here. With that attitude, with that mindset, when anyone does the karma, he is not bound by this karma. There is absolutely no bondage at all. That I am doing this is not there. Kartrutvam is not there, right? And I don't need anything here. The whole purpose of this body is for service. This kind of attitude with which this jnani moves around. He does not accumulate or acquire any kilbisham, any sin. So these are all these verses are talking about the glory or jnani's level. निराशीर्यत चित्तात्मा सर्व त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरम केवलम कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम. See here, kilbisham means sin or papam or anything that pollutes or disturbs the mind. Okay, there is one beautiful insight by Adi Shankaracharya in his Bhashyam. Dharmopi, we'll just explain this little and then we will stop. Dharmopi mumukshoho kilbishameva. Okay, dharmopi, dharmam, that is good deeds. Okay, even the good deeds, dharmopi mumukshoho means one who wants liberation or one who wants to be a jnani or jivan mukta. Kilbishameva, that also kilbishameva bandhapatakatvad, that also binds him. How? It is when somebody does dharma means good deeds, that is which is helping others, right? Lot of good deeds, lot of good things, that is annadanam, or you doing service or giving doing a lot of charity and so many other, which whatever you can with the body or with the money or with other facilities or whatever you can, it's all doing good only. While carrying out this good, if that person takes doership, if we take doership of that actions, it will bind us. It will bind us, definitely it will bind us. We can see in our own experience. Say, like for example, in Kerala there is a lot of things are happening between there is the against the dogs and the humans. There is a fight going on. the do- the dogs the dogs are starved and then they try to attack the children and others, and the people want to kill all the dogs, and there are another group who is doing a lot of good things to the dogs. Lot of things are happening over there. When someone he suppose when a person, see, this is just a fact, okay? Dharmopi mumukshoho kilbishameva, one who wants to do, see, suppose one who is taking a lot of doership, and I will protect them. I will make sure that they are protected. Naturally, this person will develop a hatred towards humans. And a person who is against the dogs, who they hate the dogs because they want to protect the children, there will be a disturbance in him. So, dharmopi, if we take doership, this is just a fact. Think about it. Just a fact. Dharmopi mumukshoho kilbishameva. The disturbance of the mind will never go away if we take. But then what to do? Do whatever you can. Just perform actions whichever way possible, but never take doership in it. Never think that we can get rid of all the problems of the fight between the humans and the dogs in Kerala. Do whatever you can. If you are a dog lover, you do whatever you can. If you want to, whichever way you want to stop this attack of dogs towards the children, you do whatever is possible from the government, whatever to be done. There are many the guidelines are there, follow it correctly, whichever way you can. But if you take side or as dharma towards this or that, There will be doership in it, and there will be unhappiness developing in that mind. This will never lead to moksha. That's it. That's the fact. Okay, it's a thought homework. Okay. निराशीर्यत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रहः शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. We'll continue from 22nd verse in our next class. Okay. यदृच्छा लाभ संतुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. ॐ हरिः ॐ तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. ॐ हरिः.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.